So you got some ghost peppers, you don't know what to do with them. Well, you came to the right place because today I'm going to be teaching you how to make pear ghost pepper jam. Let's get it. In today's recipe, we're going to be using 8 ghost peppers, 4 pears, 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1 teaspoon of allspice, a half cup of sugar. We're going to be using 1 whole lemon for the lemon juice. We're going to be using 1.5 tablespoons of pure fruit pectin and 4 ounces or a half cup of apple cider vinegar. Let's go ahead and get all of these materials prepped and I'll check back in. Okay, I have all my ingredients prepped here. I gotta move fast because these pears will start to change colors very quickly. That's what the lemon's for. So, first thing I'm gonna add is going to be my vinegar. Next, I'm gonna add my sugar. Once those are in, I will add my pears. And I'll get all of these in the blender and I'll check back in. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and add all my spices now. Pour all of those in. And then peppers. Make sure you wear gloves when you're working with hot peppers like this. Go ahead and add all of my peppers in, right to the top. You see we got all of our ingredients going in here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this right here to put on top. And I'm gonna squeeze my lemon right into this. And the reason that I'm gonna do this is just in case you get any seeds like that, they all fall into here instead of getting into my mix. Perfect. So there's one. I'll do this with the other one. Awesome. All right, now I'm gonna take this off, pop the lid on, and we'll get this blended up. All right, here we go. All right, perfect. Now that that is done, we can go ahead and open this up and check the consistency. You don't want to see any chunks or anything like that. So when we look down in there, you can see that's nice, almost like an applesauce consistency. That's what we're looking for. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this piece out and we're going to pour this in our pan. I'll check back in with you once I'm ready to pour. All right, the clock just clicked 12:25, so we're gonna go ahead and pour this. And the reason I'm watching the clock is because we have to stir this non-stop for 3 to 4 minutes. We cannot stop. So I'm gonna get that poured in, turn this on to a high heat. Perfect. And we are gonna let this get to a rolling boil. Once this hits a rolling boil, that's when we'll watch the clock. We'll pour in our pectin, and we have to stir non-stop for 3 to 4 minutes. So once this gets back to a rolling boil, we'll add that. While we wait for this to heat up here, you'll see I already have a pot with some water on it in the back. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on to low. You don't want this too hot, but I want the water to go ahead and start warming up. So once we're ready to do our water bath, water's kind of not room temperature already. It's already a little bit warmer. So once this gets to a full rolling boil, we'll check back in, we'll get that poured in. It's almost to the full rolling boil like we want. You can see as I was waiting, I went ahead and got my jars pulled out and they're ready. These are sterilized already. So once we get this mixture ready, we're good. So looks like I'm getting a little bit of foam here on top. I'm gonna scrape some of this foam out. I'll put this just in the sink. All right, this is almost to a rolling boil here, just like we want. You can see I already have all my jars pulled out and ready. So once this is done, we can get this poured right in. So let's go ahead and add this pectin in now that we're to a rolling boil. We can go ahead and start stirring this in. And now watch the clock. It's now 12:31, so we gotta stir this non-stop for 3 to 4 minutes. Okay guys, I've been stirring consistently for about 3 minutes now. You can see it's 12:34 now, and this is still really liquidy. It's not quite where I want it yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a whole nother tablespoon of fruit pectin and we'll keep stirring this. Okay, I just got my other whole tablespoon of pure fruit pectin mixed in here. So now we're at 2.5 tablespoons of fruit pectin. This feels a little bit thicker. It's getting more of the consistency that I'd like. Let me tell you, this smells absolutely amazing. Between all of the steam coming up from that cinnamon, the ginger, the allspice, the pepper, the pears, this smells great. Okay, this has cooled down to a much more workable, usable temperature. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a scoop of this out here so we can sample some. I'll pour this right into here. Now I will set my spoon aside here, and I can just start taking this and start pouring it right into these jars. Now I'm gonna need both my hands for this, so I apologize, but I will be back once these are filled up. Okay guys, there we have it. The consistency is right where I want it. The color is a little darker than I want it, but it all turned out great. Can't wait to try this. I'm gonna go ahead and put all of my lids on them now and get this ready to pop in the water bath. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my heat on to high now for the water bath so this water starts heating up a little bit quicker. We'll go ahead and get all of these capped. I've already went ahead and wiped off the tops of all of our jars here, so I know these will get a nice good seal. And we can go ahead and screw all of these on. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw these on, get them put in the water bath, and we will come back once these are done. Okay guys, these jars have been water bathing now for about 10-15 minutes, probably closer to 15 minutes. We'll go ahead and pull all of these out here. Start letting them cool off. I'll get this heat turned off so they stop doing this. And there we have it. We'll let these sit here until they cool down. And we can store them. You hear one of them just popped. All right guys, there you have it. That's the little sample that I pulled aside for me earlier. If you look closely, you can see some little flakes in there of the pepper. You can see some of the allspice, some of the cinnamon in there. I can't wait to try this. I'm gonna put this on a cracker with some cream cheese on it, and I'll let you guys know what I think. Check it out. I put some cream cheese on a cracker here and topped it with our jam. It looks so good. I don't wanna waste any more time. I'm ready to give this a try, so let's go. All right, here we go. Let's give it a try. Off the rip, it almost tastes like a wow. Oh, it's hitting me in the back of the throat right now. That almost tastes like a good, like a spicy cinnamon applesauce. Like, about to put my finger on it. That's really good. You can taste the allspice. You could definitely taste the cinnamon. The pear, can't really give a whole lot of flavor to the pear. Like I said, it almost tastes like an applesauce, but the ghost pepper definitely, well, that's still building. That's hot. It's got a good amount of heat, just like I wanted. I'd give this a solid 9 out of 10. Would I make this again? 100%. This one was great. I loved it. Well, there you have it, guys. That is how you make pear ghost pepper jam. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it this far in the video, please drop me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. And as always, all products used will be linked down in the description below. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe.